Hi folks, I've got another activity here for you which I'd like to demonstrate, and it really carries on from last week's work that we were doing on warriors and war, and thanks very much for all those people who've sent in work. I've seen some lovely work on the Aztec warriors and the jaguars and eagle warriors and all those amazing weapons that they had. So thanks very much for sending that in. And I thought this week we'll do another practical activity, which was making something that the Aztec warriors carried, and that of course was the shield. And this is one that I've knocked up, complete with feathers, and my Aztec design on the shield itself. If you Google Aztec shield, you'll see all sorts of interesting designs, and I quite like this one. It's fairly simple for me to have a go at, but I think it looks quite effective, and I've added some feathers on the bottom there, which I know the Aztecs did. So I wondered if you would like to have a go at making something similar to this, and it's really fairly simple. I made mine out of a cardboard box, and I've just got a plate that I've whizzed out of the kitchen, drawn round it, and that's the basis for my Aztec shield. If you've got two plates, it's actually quite handy because you could put another slightly smaller plate in the middle, as you can see I've done here, and that gives you a nice border for your shield. I've pre-prepared this so I can just pop it out, and that's what it's going to look like. And what I want you to do now, of course, is to try and do a bit of a design on there. It's not straightforward, so do have a little think about it. Have a close look at some of the shield designs that the Aztecs used, and I'm going to try and recreate one here fairly quickly, so I'm not quite sure that I'm going to get it right, but you've got a bit more time than me. Make sure that you are not making it overcomplicated, but try to use the designs that are on the internet to give you some idea of what it looks like. So I'm doing this really rather too quickly now. I think perhaps I've made a bit of a hash of it. I don't know, you'll have to see what you think. Something like that. That's my design. By colouring that in, you want to use thick felts for this. I've tried it with a few things, or paints. If you're using skinny little thin felt pens, you'll find that they kind of run out and dry up. So you need to be able to use something that's going to give you that nice block of colour for your Aztec shield. And then the feathers are really just a strip of cardboard about 2.5 centimetres wide, and I've just tapered it at the end like that. And if I show you what I did, don't know whether you can see on the screen, but I did something like this. It's almost like a finger actually looking at it. And then you need about 3 colours, so I'll very quickly do that for you. And you can see how quickly I'm working, and I'm hoping that you're going to take a lot more care than I am over this, but I just wanted to show you how I did it. And this is where these thick felt pens do come in handy, because I can do this reasonably well and get a good coverage with my colours. So there's my Aztec feather, very quickly done, but in the best traditions of Blue Peter, here's a few that I made earlier. So I've got 4 there. I think perhaps you need a couple more than that. I had 6 on my Aztec shield. So when you've coloured your shield in and your feathers, just attach them underneath, bit of sellotape, separate them a touch. It's quite hard for me to do this holding it up for you, but I'm sure you get the idea. And I'm going to enjoy perhaps using slightly different colours for this one than my first one, and I'll have a couple of Aztec shields. So I hope you have a go. I have had some amazing work from people. Somebody, I'll name him, Luca, sent in a mask that he'd made. So if you want to go and Google Aztec masks, you maybe enjoy having a go at one of those as well, or instead of. But I'd like you this week to have a go at making an Aztec shield. And of course, as ever, if you take a photograph of it, send it in to me, I'll write you a comment back, and I'd love to see it. And thanks very much for listening. Okay, folks, I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.